is everything really bigger in Texas? It's hotter, that's for sure. But I had a good time in San Antonio, so this is how I spent 24 hours. So first off, I went to the Riverwalk and I found a local coffee place just off the river. That's not very helpful though, because the Riverwalk is 15 miles long, and this was in one of those neighborhoods, I can't remember which one. But they had pretty good food and good iced coffee. Look at that taco. Yum. And I learned something valuable about life in the bathroom. So all fueled up on food and coffee, it was time to explore this 15-mile Riverwalk. I didn't explore the whole 15 miles. I probably walked about half a mile of it. It's 15 miles is too long. It's too long for a river walk. I don't know why a city would have such a long stretch of river, but I understand why the popular part of it is so popular, because there's people drinking all over the place. People lose their shoes. And it's by historical sites like the Alamo, so there's a lot of Tex-Mex, there's a lot of people taking pictures of their girlfriend on a bridge. It was pretty cool. And the best part of all was getting the homemade guacamole right at the table at Iron Cactus. Oh man, she spent so long making it, and I ate it really, really fast. And then I went to the Alamo, and you can tell it's the Alamo because there was a CBD shop called Alamo Drugs. But the Alamo was really cool. There were cannons and walls and like a church. I guess the Alamo was a church. Yeah, I guess like this whole area. Oh yeah, that's Davy Crockett. He's everywhere. They really like Davy Crockett. It makes you think like, was he the only guy at the Alamo? I mean, maybe there's only 5 people or something. I don't know. I think I was supposed to learn about the Alamo while I was at it, but I couldn't help but just admire the garden. The Alamo is basically just kind of a big garden, and across the street from it there was Crockett Hotel, so that was just another example of how much they admire Davy Crockett. But yeah, mostly it's just kind of a big garden. I don't know. I mean, people say don't forget the Alamo, but it kind of seems like people sort of forgot that the Alamo at one time wasn't just like a big garden, because it's pretty much just like, I don't know. It was pretty unimpressive. But what was cool was the Ripley's Believe It or Not across the street. And of course there were some other landmarks around town, like a big red thing and a train station and some churches. Yeah, so I guess this was like the Spanish came to San Antonio and converted everyone to Catholicism, and well, Mexico is really Catholic today, so I guess they did a pretty good job of it. But then we conquered Mexico, so now they're not so Catholic. But if we didn't conquer them, they probably would still be Catholic. Anyway, so then I went and ate at this speakeasy. It's right on the Riverwalk. It's called the Esquire, and I guess it operated during Prohibition times. And they have a stuffed wolf for some reason, or coyote, or some sort of animal that you probably wouldn't expect to live in the desert of San Antonio, but I guess it probably does. And anyway, they gave me some nachos with, or no, it was fries. It was loaded fries, but it was like one of those times when you have fries, but you're like, was this supposed to be nachos? Like, it's like very similar to nachos. And the drink was really good too. So then I was a little buzzed. I started walking around the Riverwalk, and I was a little worried I would fall in. I heard if you fall into the river, you have to pay a pretty hefty fine, and also you might drown. But I ended up finding this really cool bar. They had a band there, and the band was really good. Everyone had a really great time. It was a pretty crowded bar, and everyone was making friends really easily. People came up to me and started telling me how cool I was and how friendly I was, and I made a ton of friends that night. And, well, okay, maybe that's not exactly true, but I did get to watch other people make friends, and it just goes to show, like if you, well, look, sometimes people have connections, and sometimes some connections we have can make other people a little bit jealous, which is good. It's a healthy, I think it's healthy, maybe. I mean, sometimes it's not healthy to make other people jealous, or who really knows, I don't know. I mean, if you're in either a third wheel or a throuple situation, I mean, there's probably lots of complex feelings involved, and well, I guess if you're ever in that situation, one thing I'd recommend is to go to San Antonio. San Antonio is the kind of place where there's live music, and you can just go to some random bar and really hash out all of your feelings. And I don't know, if you ever feel rejected, at least you always have your phone that you can go on. So anyway, thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos.